Hello, and welcome back to Seahawk Central Sports. Today we've got a great episode for you with the start of basketball and an exciting interview with Gabby Glickson from women's tennis. But first, let's head over to Taylor to hear about volleyball.
Thanks, Davis. This past weekend, the women's volleyball season finale was a success. The Seahawks played 2 games against William & Mary Saturday, November 11th and Sunday, November 12th, and won both. Sunday, the girls played a full game with 5 sets in order to take down William & Mary for an end-of-season win. Overall, the girls finished 12-16 and are tied in 6th for the CAA standings. Forbes had a career high with 14 kills and 34 attacks. Lance also had a strong game with her 10 kills and 20 digs. Overall, this is a strong season finish for the Seahawks. Now, on to Davis with basketball.
Thanks, Taylor. This past weekend, the UNCW men's basketball team traveled up to UNC Asheville for an exciting game. They won against the Bulldogs with a final score of 83-66. Malik Harden-Hayes was our leading scorer with 16 points. The men's team is excited for their military appreciation game on the 14th and the Fort Myers tip-off tournament on Thanksgiving weekend. Next, our women's team traveled down to South Carolina for a match against Wofford. Our women's team fought hard, but ultimately they couldn't pull it out with a final score of 49-74. Thursday the 16th, our women's team will battle it out with Western Carolina at 11 a.m. in Trask Coliseum. Good luck. Now, on to Alexa with our interview.
Thank you, Taylor. Today we've got Gabriella here from women's tennis for our interview. So welcome, let's get started. What stuck out to you about our tennis program when you came on your visit?
Hey, thanks for having me. I feel like Wilmington's culture as a team just was so spectacular. It was so amazing to meet all these girls, especially from North Carolina, and having a couple like international really added some culture to the team, and it was really interesting just to be a part of such a diverse group that seemed like they had a lot of passion for tennis.
Yeah, we're glad you're here. As a follow-up, what made you choose UNCW for your tennis career?
I felt like my coaches were a really big part, honestly. Our head coach and our assistant have really played a big role in my life here and developing my game on and off the court. I feel like, they're really good development in the person world. A lot of coaches just want to develop tennis and just want to be on the court 24/7, overwork you, but our coaches remind us that we're more than just athletes. We're people, and we're kids, and we're students of the game, and we learn a lot from them.
That's fantastic. Does your team have any goals for the rest of the season, or do you have any personal goals you'd like to achieve this year?
Well, of course, making NCAAs.
Of course.
He put that on the calendar in bold, and we were like, that's the goal, to make it to May tennis, but we're all working really hard on just our baseline games and being really aggressive out there and just looking to really match the team energy and just find this bond within each other to where we're really feeling like we're louder than other teams. That's half the point of college tennis, just being out there and feeling like you're fierce and you're confident, and your team energy can pick each other up. If you're not having the best day, sometimes you being loud can help a teammate feel better out there. And me personally, obviously, being in that lineup, moving up in the world, but definitely just working on being aggressive, looking to move forward on the court, and just being there for my teammates. It's tough. Tennis is such an individual sport growing up that when you find a team, it's like, whoa, like shell-shocked almost at first. So just being a good role model to the younger class. And we had a lot of new girls come in this year. We had a fresh new team. So just really, trying to be a leader and just make a bond with a bunch of new girls.
Yeah, that's great. Who is your biggest tennis role model and why?
I think this is a pretty non-traditional answer, and I think it's got to be my dad, because he's taught me. I picked up the game when I was 2, and maybe two and a half, and he taught me just how to hold a racket, how to throw a ball, and since then he's kind of just been my coach. He's been my life coach. He's been my tennis coach my whole life, and still to this day he picks out some things of my game that I'm like, oh, like how did you realize that? And I don't know, just watching his work ethic from on the court, he played too, and to off the court, just in the business world, is really inspiring for me, and I want to grow up to be like that.
That's wonderful. Do you have any pre-match rituals, or does your team have one?
I have a night before ritual, which is always we go to Okami, which is right across the street from the courts, and we get sushi. My roommates and I, the three of us, always go, and we eat as much sushi as possible, so that way the next morning I wake up and I'm ready to rock on court. And then the morning of, I pick my outfit, I go through whether I'm feeling it's going to be like I wear this cool head tie, whether it's going to be a head tie day or a hat day, and I just get ready. And the team, we do a really fun pre-locker room routine that I'm sure everyone in all of Trask can hear. We just got this cool speaker, we blast that, and we've got a bubble gun, which is really cool.
Wow.
And it lights up, and we shoot bubbles all around, and we go through, we dance a bunch, and we just try and enjoy each other's company and get hyped up for the day.
That's awesome. That'll do it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, lastly, what has been your favorite match that you've been a part of while at UNCW?
Oh, this one's good. My freshman year, so last year, conference, our biggest rival is College of Charleston, and we've got a special motivation towards College of Charleston. And last year, we played the mid-regular season at home, and I lost this tough match. The girl was good, and I knew I was going to get her again if we made it to the semifinals of conference. And we made it to the semifinals of conference, and we're playing this match, and I know this girl's on the other side, and it was a night match under the lights it technically wasn't at UNCW, it was at William & Mary because that's where conference was hosted. It was incredible. My whole family was there supporting me, and we ended up winning 4-3, so we won in a clinch. And so my win on that court, beating the same girl that I had lost to just a couple weeks before, and watching their coach take the defeat and my coach just feel so pumped up, was something really special. Under the lights too, I remember how important that match was for the rest of my team, and just feeling like that gives me a true motivation for this season.
Yeah, that's a moment you'll never forget.
Exactly.
All right, well, thank you for joining us, and we'll head right on over to Sarah with Club Sports.
Thanks, Alexa. This past weekend, UNCW hockey swept the weekend series against James Madison. A big congratulations to goalie Noah Preston on Friday's shutout, and a shout out to goalie Dylan Clancy for attempting a goalie goal on Saturday's empty net. It definitely got the rink going. Last weekend, the rugby team beat App State 39-5, becoming the D2 Southern Rugby Conference champions. The team will travel to play in the National Collegiate Rugby Playoffs. Best of luck, Seahawks. The men's club basketball season is off to a great start. They beat Campbell this weekend 86-58, upping their record to 2-0. Finishing this week's club sports recap is field hockey. The team lost their first game against ECU, but came out with a win against Old Dominion. Follow the team as they head to Nationals November 17th to 19th in Virginia Beach. That's all for this week. Now back to Davis.
Thanks, Sarah. Well, that's all we've got for you this week. Be sure to check out all of UNCW's upcoming games and events. We're off next week for Thanksgiving, so happy holidays, and we'll see you next time.